Check, check, 1, 2. We want to test the audio for the JV game, during the JV game, for the varsity game. Check, check. This is mic number 2. Check, check, mic number 2.
There's 8:35 left to go in the JV game. Checking mic number 1. Check, check, check. Checking mic number 1.
Check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half here of the JV game. 11-8. Sheridan is winning currently. This is a mic check. Check 1, 2 on mic number 2. Check 1, 2. 4 minutes and 10 seconds now left and a running clock on the JV game here. 11-8 still our score. Jace Gatlin's at the free throw line. This is a mic check on mic number 1.
better is better, in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here, my kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Hello and welcome to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. I'm Mason Fisher, joined here tonight by Mike Nevins. Mike, we got a good night for you here between the Hot Springs Trojans and the Sheridan Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, so Sheridan and Hot Springs have the girls has been pretty lopsided over the last few years, as has the boys. So we're looking for the girls to continue that tonight, and hopefully the boys can change their fortunes, redirect what happened at Sheridan, and stay in this playoff race.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now Sheridan is ranked number 5 in conference, which is actually a pretty decent spot to be right now. You got to be in the top 4 to get to state. They're tied right now for 4th, is what it is, and the tiebreaker right now goes to, I believe it was Whitehall. But nonetheless, they're like I said, they're 5th, tied for 4th currently, doing pretty good on the season. 5-3 in conference, 12-9 overall. Like I said, number 5 in conference. It is going to be a night that this is a must-win game for the Lady Jackets. It's going to be crucial for the future of this season. Hot Springs Lady Trojans are number 8 in the conference, so it should be doable. Since they played these two teams met earlier in the season, Mike, and Sheridan came out victorious at home, 71-17. By far the biggest deficit the Lady Jackets have had this season, and had just a phenomenal game. You could really see the chemistry working together well, and that was the first game they really truly put it all together, and it was against this Trojans team.
Yeah, and so you saw. I believe that was the game, the first home game, where you saw Ella Williamson kind of step up and really show you what she can do. Lily started coming out of the little preseason, I don't know if you want to call it a slump, but she was, she came out, she lit it up that game, and you saw, of course, Addison Hill just get after it. Mason kind of play some good basketball. So, yeah, that was the first home game that we got to see them really step up and show what they're capable of.
Yeah, and the only big difference between that game and now, Mike, is number 1, time, but number 2, Mary Lim's not here. So Mary Lim's going to be out for the rest of the season. As you saw last time against Whitehall, Mary actually tore her ACL, so she's going to be out for the season. And so that does change some things. It has changed a couple things for this team, but Mason has done a good job stepping up and filling that role.
Yeah, and so is Belle Smith. You can't overstate the loss of Mary. Mary was really, really starting to step it up. Her defense, her pressure, using that athleticism that she has, and handling the ball in pressure situations, taking some of that off of Ella and Lily. So Mary was really, really starting to own her role on this team. So very unfortunate, what happened to her with the knee. So we wish her the best. Great kid. If you've ever met her, she's a fantastic kid. This is the second time this has happened to her. Missing a lot of basketball, and in turn probably going to miss high school softball a good portion of it. So, and that's a real big blow to her.
Yeah, absolutely. That hurts pretty bad for that to happen to her. But like you said, junior Belle Smith has done a good job coming in. Belle actually spent most of the first part of the season injured, and now has come back and kind of traded spots with Mary per se, and she's done a really good job. She's done really good in the post, but she's also a threat from three range. So coach tells her all the time, if you're open, shoot it, because she can make it, and that's something you will see from this girls team is they are not scared to shoot the 3 ball.
And that's what you get with Belle and Lily both. They're both bigger bigger bodies, so you expect them to be down in the bottom banging, so they generally have a bigger girl guarding them, and they're able to, one, with their shooting ability, pull that big girl away from the basket. And that's a very integral part of what we do. And like I said, they can both fill up the net from three-point range.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I'm looking forward to see kind of how we come out tonight, how we start this game. We're going to have, like I said, an interesting night just all around. We got the varsity boys after this in a very, very crucial game for their season. So just really looking forward to tonight. Mike, we got about a minute 15 left before we get this game started. And I think the girls have been down there warming up for about 20 minutes now.
Right.
After the JV game, they put a 22-minute clock up there. Me and Mike were kind of like, whoa, this is a long wait.
They were just planning on starting the girls' game at 6, and they weren't going to start it any sooner.
That's right. That's right. They're going to make their way to their respective benches. And we'll get things ready to go towards tip-off here in Trojan Arena. Beautiful facility, by the way.
Yeah, some of the color schemes aren't fantastic, but it's one of the newer arenas in the conference, and they taken a little bit from everywhere, taking a little bit from Lake Hamilton, from Sheridan, different places, and it is a very nice place. If we could get them to do something about the paint job on the floor.
They've got about 4 ceiling fans that are about the size of the logo at midcourt here, and
I don't know if we're allowed to say on the air what the actual name of those are, but they're the big fans.
They're the big fans. That's right, big fans. Literally the size of the logo at half court. We're going to do the national anthem here, and we'll be right back with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trojan Arena for tonight's contest between the Sheridan YellowJackets and your Hot Springs Lady Trojans. We ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
We'll be moving our way towards the starting lineup here.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for your moment of silence. Thank you.
Teams will make their way back to their respective benches here. We'll get things underway. Our normal starters for the Lady Jackets: Addison Hill, Mason Wilson, Ella Williamson, Lily Reed, and Belle Smith. Gonna start for the Lady Jackets here. Kind of the 5 we were just talking about, Mike, and then we were giving a little bit of pregame on and discussion of how they're gonna lead the team tonight, and they're gonna lead this game.
Yeah, and you hope if this is anything like the game at Sheridan, you'll see Sadie Starrett early, you'll see Sadie Krause early, and we'll get to see some of these JV players that generally, in tight games maybe don't get the minutes that they would like to see, but this is usually a game that you can see some of those kids get substantial minutes.
I'm looking down towards the bench for the girls right now, and there's a couple girls still in travel gear that I wasn't expecting. I figured they would be in uniform. So There are a couple faces we'll see from the JV tonight, but I don't think we're going to see quite all of them.
Well, we've only got 4 extra girls dressed out, so I bet we see all 4 of them at some
I
point
think you're
tonight.
right. That's exactly right.
A couple girls still under the weather a little bit, I think.
The lights go down, and they're getting ready to call the Trojan starting lineup here. I'm going to be a little biased. I'm going to say our lights look a lot better in our arena.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
I was kind of looking at the layout of their like lights and speakers here, and just trying to map it out compared to ours, and I wasn't jealous. Trying to mark down their starters here, kind of here as we go. That was number 5, Madison.
Starting to guard, a 5'7" sophomore, wearing number 12, Talia Coleman.
Madison Contreras, and then number 12, Talia Coleman.
Number 2, Samaya Sanders. Number 11, Aaliyah Kidd. We got one more coming.
Starting at forward, a 5'9" senior, wearing number 34,
Renee Nanuku here for the Trojans.
coached by head coach Josh Smith and assistant coach Ariana Boyan.
They're coached by Josh Smith, who won a state championship here several years ago, I think, and so he's been here and had some success.
Again, this is the second matchup between Sheridan and the Lady Trojans here. First one was at Sheridan, 71-17 victory for the Lady Jackets. So we'll see if tonight is any kind of testament like that was. It'll be Mason Wilson tipping up against Sanders. Wilson's going to come up with it, get it to Ella Williamson. Williamson's going to get this thing started, going across the timeline towards the wing with no hesitation, driving down towards the block. Went to pass. I think it hit the rim there, kind of knocked it off the side. Lily Reed comes over and grabs it. Now Belle Smith with her first touch of the game. Gets it to Mason Wilson. Now I believe all 5 players. Oh, nice shot there by Belle from downtown.
So with 7 minutes and 30 seconds, we have our first basket.
It's just exactly how you want to start it. You know, that first possession, you want to go down and get some points. And then you want this right here to come down and get a stop. And they're able to get a rebound. That was Belle Smith with the rebound, and now Ella's going to bring it down the court. Trojans keeping a tight gap between Addison Hill, base guarding her the whole time. Mason Wilson drives through the lane, takes a hit as she makes a layup there in the paint.
A lot of contact, but a good strong finish by Mason.
Lady Jackets in a 3-2 zone defense here. Trying to force the Trojans to shoot or just force a turnover early.
Good tip by Addison right there. She got a hand on it. Hustling to jump the passing lane.
Naduku's gonna inbound here for the Trojans. Gets it into Contreras. Ball movement here by the Trojans, swinging it around the arc. Long skip pass is no good as Ella Williamson comes up with it. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left to play. You'll have to forgive me on the scoreboard. I forgot that I was keeping control of that too tonight, so bear with me on that.
5-0 Lady Jackets with 6:14 to go. Mason driving to the lane again. Looks like she's going to be aggressive tonight. She picked up a foul that time.
Puts her on the free throw line. She's going to have 2 shots here. First shot is up and good. Second one follows it. 7-0 now. Jackets start having a nice start to this game.
Little 3/4 court pressure.
Trojans do a good
Jackets.
job breaking the pressure. They come across and just lose control of the ball on a bounce pass. Or I'm sorry, it was overhead. Now Ella Williamson's going to inbound, and Mason Wilson going to receive this one.
Have new Lady Trojan in, number 22. Came in for Nduku. Good look by Mason.
Pass right to Bell Smith there in the post, able to lay it in for 2. Going to be a little too much contact on that one. They're going to call her for the body. A foul on Mason Wilson.
Little 1-2-1-1. Sheridan's running there. A little three-quarter court pressure.
Sheridan getting some touches on the defensive end of the ball. Now Addison Hill's got a chance for a layup on a fast break. Just rims out. Mason Wilson comes back up with it. Addison's going to have a second chance here. Ella Williamson with the rebound. Jackets had 3 opportunities here, and now the Trojans are going to take a timeout after a quick rebound. We'll take this opportunity. We want to say thank you to our sponsors. Welcome back here to Yellow Jacket broadcast. Ball comes in quickly here. And Ella Williamson with a good steal. Oh, she almost had it. Her foot was out of bounds.
Great hustle, though. Great effort. Running that press the way you want. Put a little pressure on the ball and try to jump the passes.
Sanders with a deep 3 opportunity. No good off the backboard. They get an offensive rebound. They're going to get it to the top of the key now. Tried to get it into the post. Lily Reed had her hands straight up, got her hand on the ball, and came up with a steal.
Very good steal by Lily.
Thought Bell was gonna fire that one.
I'm really surprised she didn't. She had a little bit of an opening there.
She doesn't need much. That quick release, she's able to get that ball off fast. Looking for the back door to Lily Reed. Good block there for the Trojans. I think might have hurt her shoulder on that one. Jackets are going to come with the steal.
Steal by Addison.
Might be her wrist. It's kind of 5-on-4 basketball right now. There's going to be a foul. They're going to take her out of the game. They're going to put a new player in. Right after the foul, the Trojans, that lady is not feeling very good. That was number 22, Trinity Stiff, that had to get checked out.
Fouls on number 5, Maddie Contreras. Her second foul, team foul number 2.
Bell Smith at the free throw line. That one just rims out. Rolls all the way around. Couldn't fall. Second shot was up and good. Jackets leading the way 10-0. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. We're about halfway through this first quarter, and Jackets are leading the way. Three ball is up and no good. Offensive rebound and a putback's good for number 23, Heaven Jacobs.
So here's kind of the difference in a good team and a team that needs a lot of work is Hot Springs broke the press that time, and they got it down on the block, and she did not go up with it. She dribbled out instead of going up strong and beating it. So the way you get a team out of the press is to not just beat the press, but score off the press.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a chance to just set back up in a regular defense. Like you said, you got to go up strong and draw that foul, if anything. They do a good job in the post that time, but another thing right there is they didn't come up with the ball. Whenever they got the touch, you gotta come up with the ball rather than just touching it and letting it go. You gotta stick with it and fight for that thing. And Sheridan was able to get another shot up. Sadie Sterrett's getting ready to check in for the Lady Jackets. Ella Williamson with the steal there.
Oh,
Hits ahead to
good
Addison
outlet.
Hill. Has another opportunity, and she gets it. Contreras bringing it down the court for the Trojans. Jackets have switched to more of a man defense here.
Poked away by Addison. Good hands.
And there it is. Ella Williamson comes up with the steal. One hit, and you keep pursuing the ball. Block off all forms of contact where they could pass it. On a fast break, ball is knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. Going to stay with the Jackets. Ella Williamson's going to inbound this time from the baseline.
Sadie Sterrett comes in for Belle Smith to give her a breather. She's had a pretty good first quarter.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Ball goes right back to Williamson down in the right-hand corner. Going to get it to Mason Wilson, firing from three. Maddie Contreras comes up with it. Thomas with the ball now, right-hand side. Comes around top of the key. Good job on Mason Wilson covering for Addison there. That was really good.
Good block by Sadie Sterrett.
That's right. Long pass over to Mason Wilson, driving towards the block. Gonna back out, looking for somebody to pass it to.
Contreras
running
is
out of
all
time.
over her.
Sadie Sterrett saves it before it crosses half court. And now the Jackets have time to get an offensive set going, and there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Brakebill. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Welcome back here to the Yellow Jacket broadcast. Coming back into it, 17 seconds left on the shot clock, minute 45 left in the quarter. Minute 45 left in the quarter here. Ball comes straight into Ella Williamson. 12-2, 10-point lead. Good screen there by Addison Hill. Creates some space for Ella off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by Sadie Sterrett. Mason Wilson's able to grab that one right before it goes out of bounds. Mason driving towards the elbow. Looked for Lily Reed, couldn't quite get it to her. Ella Williamson drives, no foul called there.
A great hustle by Sadie Sterrett.
Love how she didn't give up on that ball all the way until it went out of bounds. Never gave up on it.
And what I would like to see, and you see the difference between a freshman and a senior guard there. So Sadie Sterrett had a chance to turn that corner and get to the lane and go to the basket, and she passed it out, which wasn't a bad pass. Then you saw Ella make that turn when she came around the other side and took it to the basket and drew a lot of attention. So that'll come with age and confidence. But then Sadie did come through and you know, great hustle going after that loose ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's what you got to do. For a good team, you got to hustle after the ball. It's something that you just can't give up on it no matter what. Lily Reed now driving. A lot of contact there at the rim, no call. Shot clock and game clock are pretty much dead even at 29 seconds. Kick out. Looking for three off the backboard, no good. Rebound and putback's also no good. Sadie Sterrett comes up with that rebound.
Another big rebound. I think she took a little bit of a blow to the back of the head. That girl swatted her pretty hard.
10 seconds on the clock here. Yellow Jackets looking for the final shot here. Mason Wilson going to drive. Good dish to Sadie Sterrett. 4 seconds left on the clock. Trojans aren't even going to try and get it in. That's exactly what you want to end the quarter there. 14-2 is our score at the end of the first, and we'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Better is better, in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. Going to be Trojan basketball coming in as the second quarter is now underway.
Go get it, Lily.
Ball is loose. Lily Reed chasing after it. Got a wide open layup, and she makes it. Extending that lead, making it even greater.
Way of Lily to be on her toes right there and jump that passing lane and get that loose ball.
The boys JV team played earlier in the night. They actually played, they were the first game of the night, started at 5, came out victorious. It was a pretty good game. It was pretty close that first half. And then they ended up coming out with the win, 39-27. So good job by the JV team there.
Ella Williamson finding Belle Smith in the corner for 3. Making it 19-2 with 7 minutes to go.
Aaliyah Kidd with a long, wild pass. Going to be grabbed by Williamson. Sadie Sterrett tries to throw it over to Addison Hill. Good job by Maddie Contreras getting her hands on it. Now the Trojans are going to bring it back down. Good job by Williamson blocking the lane. Bell gets her hand on it, able to get it right back in the hands of Ella Williamson. Get it to Belle Smith at the elbow there. Back out to Lily Reed. Doesn't need a lot of room to shoot. Addison Hill with the offensive rebound over to Williamson. Now she has a shot. Couldn't quite connect there. Good look towards the block. Now Addie from 3, and she connects. We've got a timeout, full timeout by Hot Springs. Mike, if you're Hot Springs, what do you have to do right now?
You know, it's something that you know, I know Coach Smith talked to him a little bit. It's something they really have to focus on is they've got athletes. You know, they're like the Pine Bluff and Whitehall and El Dorado. You know, there's athletes down there, and you know, we know that defense and rebounding is a lot of hustle and heart. I tell my 6th grade girls that all the time. We need to play with hustle and heart, and you can overcome a lot. And Coach Smith, I think, has a hard time getting those girls to buy into that all the time. You can see some of those long rebounds. They're not blocking anybody out. They're not recovering on defense, and we're getting a lot of open shots. And in turn, it's 22-2 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was looking at some of Hot Springs games that they've had so far this season. Lake Hamilton was a loss, 25-51. El Dorado lost, 38-48. Texarkana lost, 31-50. Whitehall lost, 20-59. It's been a. They're not really close. El Dorado was the closest by 10 points. Sheridan, however, you know, they're kind of 50-50. It's been, you know, Pine Bluff 52-20 with a win. Lake Hamilton 41-46 with a loss. Whitehall 53-48 win. It's a lot closer games, really 50-50 ball. So you've got to work hard. You've got to fight to get that win.
You see Sadie Krause in there now, putting pressure on the ball.
She did a good job
Almost
coming in from behind.
Over. Yep.
That's a hard position whenever you get caught behind to catch up like that.
Well, Sadie Krause may be the fastest girl on the straight line on the team. It'll be her, Sadie Starrett, one.
Well, she's also one of the best shooters on the team.
That's right.
She won the three-point contest earlier in the season, before the season started,
Big
excuse me.
steal by Addison Hill.
Going good. Pass across the lane to Sadie Kraus. Put the ball on the floor. That's okay. That's part of the reason why you want to get those minutes now.
That's right.
As a sophomore, because that kind of stuff's going to happen to every single player. This is actually a perfect game to make things like this happen. Good pressure brought by the Lady Jackets, trying to force them to. Good job.
Great defense, Sadie.
Staying in front.
Ooh.
High bounce. Lily Reed gets her hand on it. They're able to lay it in there with that drop step layup and then a putback.
And Dooku's a pretty tall girl. She's a pretty big girl. She's able to get behind Lily there. And Lily was trying to front her. And there's that shooting.
There's that shooting. There's that shooting.
And now here you see Sadie Starrett down here. She's applying that pressure. Here comes Addison.
Good
The double team
trap.
with the trap in the corner.
They're going to call a foul.
Bailed her out with a foul.
Forgot to reset the fouls there. I need my scoreboard person back. Mike.
She's a little busy.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
If she's listening, though, you can keep making her feel bad.
No, she's awesome. She does a good job. I'm never going to be as good at it as she is. Lily Reed coming down with the ball now.
Good long rebound by Belle Smith there. They left her open for three.
Off the back of the rim. They volleyball spike it back over to Lily Reed. Addie tried to get the three. Contreras comes up with the ball. Lily Reed playing full court man defense on her.
Good pressure by Lily.
Good pressure.
She did good.
That's a tough one not to get a reach-in foul on. She does a good job, but we leave the lane wide open. And then Nduku takes advantage of that. It was a good look by the Trojans seeing that was open.
It was, and part of that was set up by Lily putting that pressure on, so Lily wasn't back, down on the block where she normally is, and we just didn't cover her. We didn't get back and cover for her. I think Sadie Starrett was the one down low, and she just, more of the freshman stuff, more of the things she'll learn over time. She was just a little slow on the rotation covering for Lily back. So
we got a timeout here by Coach Brakebill, so we're going to take this opportunity to say thank you to our sponsors.
Better is better in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Welcome back here to the Yellow Jacket broadcast. Yellow Jacket basketball from the baseline. Williamson going to inbound. Got Bell wide open at the top of the key. Off the back of the rim. Couldn't connect. Got a foul on Sheridan.
I think they called over the back on Lily. She went straight up, but I think her offhand was that she's not tipping the ball with her offhand was in her back. So they dinged her for it. That's one that you could let go. But he chose not to.
Contreras coming across the timeline with the ball now. Sticking with the man defense here. Sadie Starrett with a good pick. Going all the way to the block, wide open layup is good.
Great steal, and that's where you see that speed I was talking about with Sadie Starrett. She got that steal, and nobody could catch her, even when she had the ball in her hand.
Yeah, and typically you move slower whenever you got the ball in your hand, but not Sadie. Not Sadie.
I've said it since she was in the 4th grade that she is the fastest kid I've seen in a straight line with the ball in her hand. It is. She's just got great speed.
You know, it's all in pushing that ball forward. If you push that ball forward, you learn it with your stride, you're going to do really good with it. Double dribble. She thought that Sheridan had kind of tipped it, knocked it away from her. That's why she started to dribble again. But it wasn't enough.
I kind of thought she did too, but I thought Sadie Krause had tipped that ball away from her a little bit, but I guess not.
Sadie Krause gets into the high post. Good look. Mason Wilson from the corner, in and out. Ball is kind of loose there. Sadie Sterrett stays with some pressure. They're able to break through it and get the ball across half court. Sadie Krause picks her up. She slipped and kind of fell down. Now Williamson's got the ball. Going back down on the Yellow Jacket side of the court. Good look to Mason Wilson. Drawing the contact, getting the N1. It's a great look and a good job by Mason Wilson with the finish there in the post.
One thing, if you've noticed, Sadie Krause, her first possession of the game, that little number 1 put a move on her and went around her. Now she caught her. Ever since then, every time she touches the ball, she's trying to put those moves on Sadie, and Sadie is moving her feet really well and staying in front of her.
Good job with the connection there. Mason Wilson turning that into a 3-point play.
Addison Hill back in the game.
24-point lead.
Sadie Sterrett.
Sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
No,
Mike.
you're fine.
That was my fault. That was my fault. Still man defense working well for the Lady Jackets here. Gotten several steals off of it. I don't know if we've got a steal count going, but Mike, that'd be hard to keep up with in this game.
That's right. That's the one stat I don't keep.
That would be tough, especially in this game.
We've had a lot.
I mean, it was definitely in the double digits, and we're only in the second quarter. I mean, I would say most of our points have probably come from fast break layups.
And there's another turnover by the
shot clock violation.
Hot Springs shot clock violation, so great defense.
Trojans not going to bring very much defense here. Looks like they're going to pick them up right at about half court. It's going to be Thomas picking up Williamson there at half court. And Williamson just goes right around her pretty much all the way to the corner. Gets it into Bell. Sadie Krause looking for 3. A little bit to the right. Good power, just a little bit to the right. And Contreras now going to bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. Mason Wilson had a nice stop. Now they're back in their defensive set. Get it over the top of the key. Addison just couldn't quite get there in time. She could have had that ball.
Her momentum was going one direction. The ball went the other.
That's exactly right. Sadie Krause, good. Staying up
defense,
close.
moving your feet.
Good job. Beating her to the spot. Making it to where she can't drive in the lane. Offensive rebound by Nduku. And then another offensive rebound. And they draw the foul. That's Jones making her way to the free throw line now.
Called that one on Addison Hill.
It's her second foul of the game. 48.4 seconds left in the half. It's been a very one-sided half here with a 24-point lead. Sadie Krause is going to take a break. She's been working hard this game, Mike, already with several minutes.
Going full court pressure on that little guard from Hot Springs and doing a great job with it.
In and out, free throw, no good. If you're Hot Springs, those are the shots you really can't afford to miss at this point. Long pass over to Belle Smith, good recovery, grabbing that one, able to get it back over to Williamson. Tried a similar pass over to Reed. She's going to drive, draw a lot of contact. Foul's going to be on the floor. Williamson going to inbound this time. From the baseline, get it to Mason Wilson. Draws a lot of contact. There's going to be a foul there. Hot Springs' third foul of the quarter. 30.3 seconds left in this half. Mason Wilson makes her way to the free throw line. She's going to get 2 opportunities here.
You could hear a mama from Hot Springs said that she didn't think that was a foul.
Well, whenever you got a player like Mason Wilson down low and she goes to go up with the ball, I promise you the ball's not going to leave her hand by 1 foot. It's going to go over the rim at least. And so, yeah, it's pretty obvious that there's contact there whenever that happens.
And Mason Wilson adding to her pretty good, very, very, very good first half here. Lily got the
Nice.
ball, got the tip there.
Who do you credit the steal to right there? Does it go to Lily or Addison?
Well, Lily got the tip, so I'd give it to her. Addison cleaned it up, took it to the basket, got the
Drawed the end one, now has the opportunity to make a three-point play. Just beautiful defensive, turned it around. It doesn't get better than that on the defensive side of the ball and turned it around that quick.
That's right. Lily hustling and putting that pressure on and getting that tip, and Addison scooped it up, scoop and score.
That's right. Scoop and score. There's been interceptions. There's been scoop and scores. Addison Hill connects with the free throw. Still applying good pressure. 15 seconds left in the half here. Applying great pressure. Addison Hill with the tip. They're going to lose the ball. Going to be out on, yes, that's right, out on Contreras. Going to be Sheridan basketball. 7.6 seconds left in the half here. 35-6. If Sheridan can get down and score, they'll have a 30-point lead going into halftime. 5 seconds. Down to 3 seconds. 2, 1. Bell Smith with the buzzer beater. 3, just too long. Couldn't quite connect. Brings us into halftime. 35-6 is our score going into half. Mike, what a phenomenal first half the Lady Jackets have had coming into here.
Yeah, I mean, you've had, a pretty good even scoring output. You got Mason and Bell both have 9 points. Addison's got 8. Sadie Sterrett's got 4. Sadie Krause has got 3, and Lily's got 2. One of the things with Lily is you usually see a little bit of scoring with her, and Coach Scott's here for his interview, so I'll step aside for a moment and let you interview Coach Scott, and then we'll go back to the first half stats.
Awesome. Super glad to have Coach Scott here with us today. Coach Scott, it's good to have you up here. I'm glad you were able to come up here for this one. We got a big game here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. Another big road conference game. Feels like 5A South, they're all big.
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's a tough conference to be in. What does this game mean for the team?
Well, it means we can start climbing the ladder. We're 6th, I think, right now in the standings. So Hot Springs is 2. So start beating the teams ahead of you, and you start climbing that ladder into the seedings.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever we played Hot Springs back at our place, it was a close game pretty much all the way through. What are some key turnarounds to make from that game to now?
We got to do a better job taking care of the basketball. We had 2 really bad live ball turnovers that Hot Springs transitioned into 4 points on those 2 possessions. And then we didn't get back on defense a couple of possessions after that. And the game went from 6 to 12 in a span of like a minute. So got to do a better job taking care of the basketball, got to rebound, things like that.
Absolutely. Having Beckett Scott back has seemed like it's been helping a little bit. How's the team reacting now that he's back?
It gives us another playmaker, with his ability to handle the ball and pass and distribute. He can stretch the floor and shoot a little bit too. So anytime you get another playmaker on the court, that helps. His time slot increments up to about 3 minutes now. Last week he was on a 1 to 2 minute restriction. Now he's up to a 3-minute restriction, so we're looking forward to getting him back healthy as much as we can.
Absolutely. I'm kind of liking the easing it back in. I think it's working well for him.
Well, a young kid like that with hopefully a bright future in AU in the summer, and, you never want to rush an injury back. So it was actually a longer injury than it was supposed to be. It was supposed to only be out around 6 to 7 weeks, but it took around 10 weeks for his fracture to fully heal. We obviously wanted him back quicker, but we weren't going to push him back to make him come back when he wasn't ready.
And one more thing, Coach. Tell us a little bit about how it is as a coach to have Jace Gatlin step up as a freshman and fill a role, and he's been just doing phenomenal these last couple games.
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. You tell a kid at around the shoot around that day that really hasn't gotten any varsity minutes. All right, hey, bud, you're going to start now in the biggest road game against our rival and just a crazy environment. And at Whitehall, and he came out and he did a phenomenal job for us. And then the next game, you say, hey, bud, you're going to start again because our starting point guard and backup point guard are both out. And guess what? It's the #1 team in the state. And then he played phenomenal again. So
yeah.
we're really proud of Jace, the way he's handled those expanded minutes that he got with Romine and Beckett being out, and he's earned himself a little bit more minutes. So Jason's been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate your time up here. Looking forward to what we can do tonight against the Trojans.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Go Jackets.
All right, we'll be right back with you guys. We're going to take a short break here for halftime. We'll be right back to catch you up on a little bit of what's happened in the first half. Lady Jackets versus the Lady Trojans.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing
Better
care.
is better in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. Mike, we just had a phenomenal first half here by the Lady Jackets.
Yeah, like I was saying, scoring. Mason and Bell both have 9. Addison with 8. Sadie Sterrett with 4. Sadie Krause 3, and Lily with 2. What I was saying is, usually Lily you would think would have more of a scoring output, but she has done stuff tonight, getting tips, getting steals. If I kept steals, she probably has 5 or 6 steals. So I mean, she's active in other ways other than scoring. They started out the game in a triangle and 2 on Addison, Hill, and Lily, trying to keep them from being able to score. So it's kind of worked to this point. Lily's gotten a couple shots off, but rebounding, Bell's got 3 rebounds, Mason 2, Addison 2, Sadie Sterrett 2, Lily 2, and then Ella and Mason Wilson have three assists apiece. Mason is also 5 for 5 from the free throw line. So, what you're seeing is a great team effort. spread out, and this is probably so far this year Mason Wilson's best game in the first half.
I would agree with you there, and I'm excited to see her continue that here into the second half. The Yellow Jackets have come out with smiles on their faces. They're ready to go, ready to start this third quarter here. It's going to be Yellow Jacket basketball. Williamson going to get the ball to start it out. And here we go. Going straight into an offensive set. Got Williamson right-hand side. Back up to Reed. Reed over to Hill. Reed had time to shoot there, but waits. They're looking for a better opportunity. Get it down to Hill, into the post. Bell Smith draws the contact. Going to be the first Trojan foul of the half.
So Bell is 1 for 2 from the line in the first half.
Bell Smith with an opportunity here. She connects. .30-point lead now for the Lady Jackets. Second one was up and no good. Going to be out of bounds. They're going to say Lily Reed knocked it out. Going to be Trojan basketball here. Maddie Contreras is going to bring it down for the Trojans. Good job by Mason Wilson. Creating some pressure, making that pass hard. Lily Reed comes up with that one after, I think it was Addison Hill that got the tip.
I don't know if it was Addison or Bell. One of them snuck by there and got the tip, and Lily pushed it up. And
Bell just lost control right there.
I believe she was trying to shoot that one before she caught it.
Yeah.
She was open.
They're excited. They're excited
yeah.
right now. Not every day you're in this situation to be up by 30 in the third, early, at the very start of the third.
That's right.
That's not every day. So, they're excited down there. The exact same mistake on the Trojan side of the basketball is going to give the ball back to the Jackets.
And so here's what you want to see in the second half of this game with the Yellow Jackets. Don't lose focus.
Yeah.
Come out and do the same things in the second half that you did in the first half that built that lead.
Yeah, you don't want to let up any. It's actually good for the Trojans for you not to, but it's also better for you as a team.
Great take by
to
Lily.
keep driving and keep that momentum going.
Sorry about that.
No, it was a great drive by Lily Reed coming in off the block and drawing the foul in the M1.
She caught it on the perimeter there and gave a good pump fake, and you got to respect that pump fake because she can release it from there. And then she took it down and went to the basket strong. Two girls hit her, and she's able to finish to get the N1, and we'll see if she can finish it off here.
Shot is up and good. 33-point lead now for the Lady Jackets. More than likely going to be a running clock here in the fourth unless the Trojans get something turned around. But judging by the way this game's going, I project that's what's going to happen. Maddie Contreras going around to the right. Pass, a little bit of ball movement, looking for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Ella Williamson fighting for that rebound. Shortest girl on the court, fighting for it.
Battling with the biggest girl on the court.
Saying that she knocked it out of bounds. Going to be Trojan basketball there at the baseline. It's an interesting switch there they do at the block. They weren't trying to get a player in the post with the ball. They threw it up high and allowed her to drive deep into the back to the post for the layup. Worked out for them.
Yeah, if you remember at Sheridan, number 2, she took most of their shots. She's not afraid to shoot it. She drove that one to the basket hard. Addie held her ground, went straight up, and didn't draw a foul, and she was able to put it in.
Right there's a player not scared to take shots either. Addison Hill hitting a three from the corner. Good response there by the Jackets. Good post entry. Addison Hill comes up with a foul on that one.
And that's going to be her third.
Third with 5:24 left in the third quarter. We could see some more minutes here from Sadie Krause and Sadie Sterrick coming. I also think we'll see Melton here in a little bit. Tinley Melton.
They're actually seeing Sydney Kate Miller come in.
There it is for Belle Smith. So now we've seen 3 of the 4 that were dressed out for this game. So, you know, we're 75% through the bench. Really 99% through the bench. The bench doesn't go very deep.
That's right.
It's a smaller Yellow Jacket team compared to what we've had, but one that we're working with and is working well for us.
Well, and you've got 3 injuries right now, or
Exactly.
2 injuries into sickness, or you know.
Right. Long pass, just no good there. Couldn't quite connect to Lily Reed.
I think Kelsey Rose maybe had the flu and is just recovering from it, and is, probably still a little bit dehydrated or something, and just being a little extra cautious with her. But she's down there on the bench supporting her team.
This is not the game to risk that. You know, you want to make sure that you get fully healthy. This is not the game to come back to.
That's right. And here comes Kinley Melton. She just took her shirt off, and she's at the table now, so she'll be coming in.
It's a good job there by the Trojans getting the ball back up to the top of the key, but Mason Wilson does a good job getting her hand on it, knocking it out of bounds.
Good hustle by Mason.
16 seconds on the shot clock here. Mason Wilson's going to be checked out. She's going to take a breather, and Tinley Melton's going to come in. Duku almost crossed the line beforehand, but there's a foul immediately there on the block.
So Kinley checks into the game and gets posted up by number 2, their tall girl there, and try to get over her back.
Number 2 puts it back in. That's Miss Sanders. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third here. Lily Reed looking for 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Gets her own rebound. Spin move at the elbow. Creates some space and drills it.
Just a 2-pointer, but getting that long rebound on her own shot and coming back around and making the second one. Great effort by Lily.
Get it back into the post. Same look. This time going to be a foul again on Kinley Melton.
And I think number 2 there, I think she's got a little bit of an experience advantage on Kinley and is down there exploiting it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're both sophomores.
Oh.
They're both sophomores. I wasn't expecting that. Whenever I looked down at that sheet, I was expecting that to say senior.
Well, here's the difference. I think their sophomore played last year as a freshman.
Yeah, so that definitely gives you more experience. As we were just talking about during halftime, our boys team has 2 freshmen right now that play a lot of minutes for our varsity team. Second free throw is up and good there. Creates a 44-12 score.
So Hot Springs has already doubled their scoring output from the first half.
Yeah, playing much better. Sheridan working their way through their bench, you know. I mean, it's that focus that you were talking about. Lily Reed fires, connects. And really, Sheridan's on the same pace that they were scoring-wise, just not as many steals as what they were getting defensively. Offensively, though, still getting it done. At this point, you know, if you're Hot Springs, you want to do better against Sheridan than what you did last time.
That's right.
And if you're Sheridan, you want to do better than what you did against Hot Springs last time.
What you did against Hot Springs last time, that was pretty hard to beat.
It is very hard to beat. But that's what you want to do, right? You want
That's
to
right.
continue to get better, and you want to beat a team by more than what you beat them by last time. Ball was knocked out of bounds there by a Trojan. It was intended to go to Sydney. Couldn't quite get there. Kinley Melton's going to inbound from the baseline here. Sadie Krause comes in.
For Ella. And Mason Wilson back in the game for Lily.
Sydney does a good job coming in, ripping that ball away. Her and Mason were fighting for it against number 21, Jones. And Sydney's going to draw a foul.
Yep. Sid comes away with the ball and goes up strong and gets the foul and see if she can put him in.
comes the opportunity. First shot is up and off the side of the rim. Oh, I thought that was going in. Second one's up and good. Jackets leading the way by 36. Said 36, and I realized I think I think I'll have to double check the score here in just a second. Trojans might have 13. Sadie Kraus, now top of the key. Kinley Melton back to Kraus. Over to Sterrett. Sterrett almost loses control, able to come back with it. Kinley looking for three, off the back of the rim. Sterrett does a good job fighting for the rebound. We got a jump ball.
Great effort by Sadie Sterrett.
I believe the Hot Springs score is 13. So 30. I say that just we'll try to give them enough time to change it up there, and then as soon as I get the confidence that they weren't wrong, they were, and I was right. Look at that.
I think they put Sid's free throw on their side first, and then added to ours. And
then they realized, oh, I gotta redo that. Maddie Contreras down in the paint. Good job. Mason Wilson getting the tip. Good job by Mason Wilson. A lot of space there for Sadie Kraus. She can shoot. One of these days, that's going to be an automatic. She's going to turn and look and shoot every time.
Square right up and take that shot. That's right.
I just know she is. Now they're playing up on her a little bit more than what they were. She's got to fight for it. Able to come back with it. Good job. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sadie Sterrett hits the rim with it. Shot clock's going to reset. Going to be off Sheridan. I'm sorry, off the Trojans. Going to be Sheridan basketball on the baseline. Hit the knee of a Trojan. Ball's into Belle Smith, drawing a lot of contact there. No foul call. Sadie Sterrett now getting the foul call as she tries to go back up with it. Maybe the fourth team foul for Hot Springs this quarter.
Sadie's going to get 2 free throws.
I'm going to be confident in the score I put on the screen this time. Free throws up and good. Chance to break 50 here. Barely off to the right-hand side. Going to hit ahead towards Maddie Contreras. Ball's going to be out of bounds. Coach Smith wanted to get a little bit of playing action there, a little behind the back. And now it's Yellow Jacket basketball.
49-12 with a minute to go, and Coach Smith just right in rhythm, catches the ball behind his back to the ref.
Kinley Melton now, good pass fake. Going back over to Sterrett. Sterrett right-hand side. Gets it back to Melton. A lot of contact. Draws the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for Sheridan. As that's the 5th team foul for Hot Springs this quarter. And here come 2 more free throws here for Kinley Melton. Oh, in and out. Hit the rim. Couldn't quite fall.
Good rebound by Sydney Kate.
Mike, I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised. The Sheridan side of the stands, it's more full than the Trojan side of the stands.
We talked about it at Whitehall, how well the Sheridan fans travel. I mean, great move by Kinley Melton going to the basket and shooting a little floater off the glass.
Yeah, you know, we do bring a good crowd with us, Mike, and it's something that I'm very happy to see. Good steal there by Sydney, being in the right place, just ready to grab the ball. And, yeah, that's going to draw another foul. It'll put Kinley Melton back on the free throw line here. 14.8 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And that's got to make Coach Smith just absolutely beside himself. 14 seconds to go. You're 60 feet from their basket. She's picked up her dribble. and you hammer her on the arm.
Free throw is up and doesn't fall. Hits the back of the rim. Second one's up and good for Kinley Melton. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Contreras now, right-hand side. Got 8 seconds to do something with the ball. Top of the key. They're going to swing it over. 4 seconds. Sanders in the paint. Going to draw a foul. Sydney with a foul. Fourth team foul. 2.6 seconds left. Ball's going to be inbounded here from the baseline. 2.6 seconds left. Contreras going to inbound here from the baseline. Catch and shoot quickly. Sanders catching, shooting, connecting.
And one.
It's a good finish there from Sanders. Going to make her way to the free throw line now. Be the fifth team foul there for Sheridan. With 0.5 seconds left on the clock. Just hope that doesn't go in, and it doesn't. Sydney touches the ball, ends the third quarter, brings us to the fourth. 52-14. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Better is better, in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
Welcome back here to the start of the fourth quarter. Going to be, let's see, Yellow Jacket basketball here. Kinley Melton's heading to inbound. We've got the same five that were just on the court. Sadie Krause, Sadie Sterrett, Sydney Miller, Kinley Melton, and Belle Smith.
Well,
got a younger team on the court, Mike.
in a game like this, when you have only four players on the bench, you really would like to get all your starters out, but you have to play one of them at least at all times.
Yep, that's exactly right. And we just rotate through them and get these younger players some minutes. Three opportunity off the rim. I thought it was coming back and falling in. It came back just a little too far. 7:35. Clock is winding as we're now in a mercy rule situation. A couple other games that are going on tonight if you're interested in other high school girls basketball games going on. Whitehall versus El Dorado, that's a big one. Probably going to be a pretty close game over there. Lakeside versus Texarkana, and Lake Hamilton versus Pine Bluff.
Sounds like a couple of blowouts within the conference tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
On the girls' side, anyways.
Right. But there was one that was I think was a better game, El Dorado versus Whitehall. So should prove to be a better game.
And here you see that rotation. Mason Wilson coming in for Belle Smith. With the girls that we have on the bench, you know, three of the four are guards or combo guards. So we'll keep rotating probably Mason and Belle. You might get to see Lily a little bit again.
There's a first team foul there. The quarter, Sydney came in from behind trying to get a block, just a little too much contact. Sanders is the one that drawed the foul there.
That's Sid's third foul.
Shots up and good for Sanders. Hot Springs now is 17. We've got just under 6 minutes left to go in this game. Second free throw is up and no good. Contreras going to bring a little bit more pressure here for the Trojans. Wilson just gets right around it. Now Kraus left-hand side. Starrett, top of the key. Over to Wilson. Wilson tried to find Kraus in the high post. Lose the ball. Starrett stays with it, gets it back.
Good steal.
Good job by Contreras finding the ball there. Good court vision. Kraus comes in, able to get in front of her. Has a nice contest there. Causes Contreras to lose the ball. Good pass by Mason Wilson, getting it over to Kraus. Now to Starrett. Starrett looking for somewhere to go with it, finds Wilson. Melton, top of the key, back to Kraus. Kraus has some time. Gets it to Starrett. A lot of ball movement here.
And what you're seeing is Mason and Bell both, when they're in, they're really trying to get the other girls involved to shoot the ball, and some of the four girls that are coming in and off the bench are not looking at the basket.
You gotta gain the confidence to shoot that ball. The first thing you do whenever you grab the basketball and it's passed to you is square up and look at the rim. Don't look for your next place to pass it. You gotta square up and look, can I shoot this thing? I want to shoot this. I want to score points. So that's just something you'll see as they get older. They'll start to do that more and more.
Pass off the hands of Kinley. I think that was another one of those kind of like what Bell had earlier. She was so open that she was trying to maybe shoot it before she caught it.
And this is the game to make that mistake.
That's
Right. You learn those things in a game like this, and that's what is able to help you get better and move forward. A foul on Mason Wilson there in the paint.
Her second foul.
Wilson, her second foul, team foul number 2.
Coach Smith is going to empty his bench now. He's got, I believe, 3 girls checking in. I don't know if logged any minutes yet. He's bringing in 4, but their little guard has been in.
Yeah, starting to empty out their bench a little bit, work through it. It's a good game for them to start getting some players some minutes. It's a good game for them to learn in. Had one too many come on. I think they were trying to sub Sanders, but she's shooting. Sanders makes the shot. Oh, there's 2 more girls there, so Sanders is going to check out, and so is Contreras.
During that free throw, there were 6 girls for Hot Springs on the court. Maddie Contreras did not want to come off the court.
She didn't want to stop playing. Coach is telling her, if I tell you to come off the court, that means come on. You don't get to stay all the time. She's a sophomore. This is a very young team. A lot of contact coming from number 4. Refs just not wanting to call a foul. This time they're kind of forced to as Thomas tries to body Starrett.
Kinley did a good job keeping her pivot foot and being strong with the ball and not getting that tip. And then when Sadie caught it, she was very strong with the ball, and Thomas bounced off her.
2 minutes left in this game. Mason Wilson wrestling with the ball. Speaking of, if you're interested in wrestling, the Sheridan YellowJackets are wrestling at Hot Springs tonight. So we've got 2 sports going on here tonight. That's going on over at the elementary school here.
Over at Park Elementary here in Hot Springs.
Minute 34 left in the game here. Jackets come into this game 5-3 with conference, and
good tip by Mason.
Exiting 6-3.
Kinley gets the ball and passes it outlet out to Mason.
Good job by Sydney.
Yep.
Kinley one more. Sadie Kraus just over the left-hand side.
Great pass over the rim by Sadie to Mason.
Opportunity there. Good offensive rebound by Kinley Melton. Another opportunity. Sadie had a little bit of time. Would have been a quick release had she shot that one. Kinley gets it over to Wilson.
Under a minute to go.
Shot clock below 20 now. Kinley Melton draws the foul as she goes up. The second Hot Springs foul of the quarter.
And this will be Kinley's 5th and 6th free throw attempts in this half.
Must have missed a free throw there at some point. 36 seconds left in the game. These free throws are going to knock out some of that. And the first one's up and no good. Jackets have not scored quite as much this quarter as they've been. There's a point for Sheridan. 15 seconds left in the game. All you have to do now after Sheridan is hold the ball next time you get it. Sterrett's just going to knock it out of bounds. That'll take most of it. Sheridan YellowJackets are moving on, making it 6-3 now in conference wins as the clock expires. Moving to 13-9 overall. It was a win that they absolutely needed as their 5th in conference, tied for 4th. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Win that they needed. It was kind of projected, but needed nonetheless. 53-18, and the Lady Jackets come over victorious.
So we're wrapping up the game here with stats. Addison Hill winds up being the leading scorer with 11 points, followed by Bell and Lily both with 10 points. So after Lily, having just 2 points in the first half, she comes back and scores 8 points in the second half, and pretty much 8 points in the third quarter, and maybe even only half of the third quarter. She got hot, she caught fire there for a little bit. Sadie Sterrett finished with 4, Sadie Krause 3. And Kinley Melton had 5 points there in the second half, so pretty strong showing. And Mason Wilson had 9 points as well. Mason still had a very strong game. Rebounding totals, Sadie Sterrett had 3, Mason ended up with 3, Lily Reed ended up with 3, Sydney Kate comes in and gets 3, Bell had 3. So good strong showing by the Lady Jackets, and got maybe a little sloppier in the second half than coach would have liked to have seen, but it was a runaway game, and everybody got good strong minutes, and can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a short break here. We got 7 minutes here before the boys' game begins. So we'll be right back with you guys here shortly to give a little bit of pregame on them, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. Joining us up here is now Coach Brakebill of the varsity girls. Coach, we had a big win. Good job tonight.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. As a coach, you're always worried. After the first time you played them, you won pretty handily if we're going to come in here and lay an egg. So I was kind of concerned about that, but I was proud of our girls coming out focused, playing hard. Early on, we settled too many times for outside shots, but, they were open, but we were working on getting some inside touches as well. But they did a better job with that. Just proud of them. They played hard.
Glad to see you were able to get through your bench tonight using every player you had.
Yeah, man, it's always good to get everybody in. All those girls come in every day and work really hard trying to do what we ask them to do. So, anytime you can get everybody in, it's great. Proud of all those girls that came in and played. They played hard.
So what does this mean for the rest of this season? As now you're 6-3 in conference. So where does that put us?
Yeah, it's a dogfight in the top four right now. Anything's open. Obviously Lakeside's at the top at number one, but you got Lake Hamilton that's lost a couple in a row. They're sitting in second. So, we're trying to fight and get up possibly to the second place and see if we can do that. We got to take care of business Friday. And then, we got Lake Hamilton coming in next Tuesday night, which is a huge game as well.
That's right. And it's Pine Bluff this Friday, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So come out and support them. Come out to the Yellow Jacket Arena home game against Pine Bluff. Coach, great game. Good work. Excited to see what the rest of the season brings.
Thanks, Mason. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Warming up right now is our Sheridan Yellow Jacket boys. Minute 18 left before they play. Yellow Jackets are now 3-5 in conference, 14-8 overall. Currently ranked number 7 in conference. Playing against the Hot Spring Trojans, who are 6-1 in conference, 13-7 overall, and number 2 in conference. So tough game tonight, but one that is needed for the rest of the season if we want to make our way back up the ladder to number 4, as Coach Scott was saying. So we got to get a win here tonight. There's two or three teams above us right now in conference that are only winning by 1 win. So it's crucial that we play well tonight. Other games that are going on in the conference tonight would be El Dorado versus Whitehall. That's a 6 seed versus 3 right now. So both teams are just one step ahead of us. So either way you look at that one, that game will benefit us in one way and hurt us in another. Lakeside versus Texarkana. Lake Hamilton versus Pine Bluff. Lake Hamilton has had a rough couple games here recently. They've not played as well as they were at the beginning. So that's going to be a big one over there. Big things here tonight versus against last time we were here against Whitehall. Noah Romine's back. That's a big key factor to this game. There's also 7 total players right now on the Yellow Jacket team, averaging above 30% for threes. 7 of them above 30% from threes. Against Texarkana, which is the last game for them, Noah Romine, 50% from threes, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, only 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and 12 points. Very diverse game. Nate Carter, 15 points, 2 steals, 4 rebounds, 4 for 4 from free throws, also 50% on threes. Gavin Hobson was 100% from twos in the game against Texarkana, 4 rebounds, 50% from the free throw line. 2 assists, a steal, and 10 points. Ethan Anderson, 7 rebounds. That was a big. 3 steals and 2 assists. Bickford, 8 rebounds there in the post. 1 steal, 1 block, 7 points, and 3 for 4 from free throws. So looking forward to see what they can do tonight against the Hot Springs Trojans. They've changed some things around since the last time we played them. We got Beckett Scott back. We've got a little bit different of a lineup, Mike, and I think it's going to be a good game coming into it.
Well, what you've got, when you talk about seeding, you got to wonder what could have been at Whitehall. As great as Jace Gatlin played, you got to think Noah would have made a difference in that game. So you come in tonight, and what that game did provide, though, is now you have Jace to fall back on for some minutes if need be. Like you said, you got Beckett Scott back, so those 2 freshmen. Kip Stutter's playing some more strong minutes. And then you've always got EA coming off the bench. And so you've got guys that can step up and fill some minutes now, and it is a different team than what played Hot Springs earlier in the year.
Yeah, Coach Scott's team is using up every seat on the bench right now. They fill the bench just about every year with players. So plenty of people to use, plenty of good targets, and plenty of people that are going to get work done. So like you said, there's plenty of players that can come off this bench and do just as good as the starters. And so, you know, he even has enough players to be able to go an offensive, defensive switch. We'll probably see some of that here tonight. Out on the court first, we've got Noah Romine, Gavin Hobson, Nate Carter, Logan Ward, and Lane Bickford. And I've got 3 of the starters there for the Trojans. I'm trying to figure out, there's the 4th. It looks like that number 3, yeah. So we've got number 1, Hardwell, number 2, Christian, and number 3, Hayes, 4, Hicks, and number 10, Lambert, starting for the Trojans. And Lane Bickford's gonna be in the tip-off for the Jackets. And Noah Romine back in his first road game in 2 weeks. Happy to have him here. Noah set a statement coming back. He missed 2 games. He missed Whitehall and Benton. Came back, dropped over 20 points the next game he was back against El Dorado. And then the following night, dropped 12 against Texarkana. Had a phenomenal stat line. Not just, you know, over 10 points, but had a phenomenal stat line overall. As a point guard, to only have 2 turnovers in a game is really good. You know?
Yeah, you know, 2 games you missed, Whitehall and Benton. Benton is what it is. They're very, very good, maybe the best team in the state. And but like I said, I think the Whitehall game, of course, Noah could have made a big difference, but we did learn a lot about the YellowJackets in that game. So
Hayes is going to come up with the tip-off here. Trojans are going to start out with the ball. Jackets going to bring strong defensive pressure to start. 3-point opportunity is up and good. That was Lambert who made the 3 ball to start the game for the Trojans. Jackets are going to have to respond well. Nate Carter fake screen, going to drive to the lane. Good response, laying it in for 2.
what you got to see tonight is you got to see the YellowJackets take good care of the basketball, play solid defense. They have to get a body on people on shots and try to get rebounds and not give Hot Springs second and third opportunities.
Hayes, point guard for the Trojans, might be, at least he brought it down. If he is the point guard, that might be the tallest point guard in the conference.
He's a great all-around player. He's Coach Hayes' son. Been playing, you know, at Whitehall since he was a freshman.
Second 3 is up and good from Hardwell. Good shooting to start the game coming from the Trojans. Noah Romine fakes his position. Same exact spot Nate Carter was in. Lays it in for 2. Both good responses here for the Jackets. Now a 2-point deficit in the game. Down to Hayes. Corner, driving towards the post. Ball was dribbled out of bounds. Referee did not see that on the baseline.
That's a walk.
Good dish.
Good
Nate
block.
Carter coming in with the block. And they're going to call a foul. I'm not sure how you can get a foul after the ball's already left his hands, but he does. Nate Carter saying that's my fault. I'll get that better, and free throw opportunity is underway. Up and good.
Looked pretty clean to me.
Yeah.
Referee was giving Coach Scott an explanation. I don't know if Coach really agreed with it.
No, I'm sure he's still talking to him. That is not a good call. Noah Romine going to get it after the missed second free throw there. Noah Romine over to Nate Carter. Gavin Hobson. They were looking for a lob to Nate Carter. Couldn't quite get it there. Into the post lane. Bickford off the backboard was no good. Couldn't connect.
He knows he needs to finish that one. I think he was surprised by how open he was down there.
And a third 3 falls, this time for Hicks. The Trojans coming out shooting strong. I don't think they've missed a 3 yet. Gavin Hobson with a good response.
Deep 3 by Gavin.
He says, you guys can shoot, but watch this, so can I. Turns around. Sheridan needs to get a defensive stop here. Hayes Fakes one way, goes to the right, long pass. Another 3 ball off the back of the rim. That's the first miss. Could start a trend, and it's going to stay with the Trojans. Good defensive effort there. Thought the Jackets were going to come out with it.
I think Coach Scott would have liked to seen at least two yellow jerseys haven't hit the floor on that one right there. Instead of trying to bend over and pick it up.
Hayes looking for 3, and he connects. I mean, whenever you got a game that you're coming out shooting 4 or 5 from the three-point line, that's always where you want to start the game for sure. Last time we saw shooting this good was against Clinton at their place this season. They started the game very similar. Nate Carter off the back of the rim. Hayes with the rebound. Stops at the top of the key. Good ball movement. Nate Carter off of his leg. Gavin Hobson comes up with it in transition. Contact, no foul. Logan Ward, left-hand side, gets it back out. Good shot fake from Noah Romine. Dribble pull up off the rim, no good. Hayes comes up with it. Long pass across the court from Hayes down to Hardwell. Ball movement and another 3 off the back of the rim. Logan Ward now.
Good rebound by Logan. You got to expect that Hot Springs isn't going to continue to shoot 90%.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. The fact that they made that many straight out the gate is more of a momentum swing than it is skill most of the time.
Well, that's one of those, you just got to weather the storm. They're going to come out hot, amped up in front of their home crowd. You can weather the storm a little bit and stay close and then let everything settle down.
And Hayes comes in, gets a block over Bickford. They're going to call a foul in the paint there, and Beckett Scott's going to check in.
So here's the problem. They didn't even know who to call the foul on.
The foul is not what I was expecting to be called. Hayes, 2 dribbles behind the back for a free throw rhythm, and it works for him. (14-7) now. Trojans with a strong start. Bickford and Hobson going to take a break here. It was Ethan Anderton and Beckett Scott that checked in for the Jackets. Second free throw is up and good.
So Coach is going to go with a guard-heavy lineup right now. You got Logan Ward and Nate Carter as your bigs.
Noah Romine, right-hand side, back to Beckett Scott. He's passing it back and forth, splitting the defense. Beckett doing a good job coming in, but ball just gets stripped away. Logan Ward chasing from behind. Good layup there by Kristen. Kristen does a good job finishing there with 2 defenders on him.
Former Lakeside player, moved across town to Hot Springs.
Noah Romine driving in, drawing a foul, making his way to the free throw line now. First foul for the Trojans. And free throws are definitely going to be crucial whenever you're down a little bit. Coach Scott's going to call a timeout, and we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. 10-point deficit here. Towards the beginning of the game here. I kind of had the score wrong on the screen there. Sorry about that. And Noah Romine makes his way to the free throw line. He's got 2 opportunities coming here.
2:59 to go in the first quarter, 17-7.
Ball rolls around, finally falls in. Finds favor with Romine. Second shot's up and good. Cutting that lead down to 8. Kristen. Drive, gonna pass the ball back out to Kristen. Kristen driving, long pass. Ball was lost, able to maintain it. Anderton trying to get to the floor to get it. Hayes barely beat him to it. 3 balls coming and good from Hardwell.
And the hot shooting continues for Hot Springs. That's
5 of 8. Noah Romine had a lot of pressure on him right there. Nate Carter comes in from behind, gets the block, and comes back and gets a second one.
second block.
Look at that.
Great effort by Nate Carter.
Logan Ward driving in, finishes
And
with
one.
an and one. It's exactly what you want to see. 2 blocks from Nate Carter right there. That is impressive. Logan Ward comes down, draws a lot of contact, finishes up top. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Logan Ward, free throw opportunity. Gets one right here. Shot is up off the side of the backboard, no good. Nine-point deficit here. 2-2 press defense here. Just slight pressure, creating a trap right there at half court. Dribble pull up for Hayes is good from 15 feet. Now Noah Romine's going to bring it back down for the Jackets. Long pass to Beckett Scott, looking for 3, in and out. Logan Ward fighting for it. Ball going to get in the hands of Hayes.
Great effort by Logan Ward there to try to keep that alive.
Offensive rebound from Hot Springs. They're going to call a foul on Ethan Anderton.
Fouls on number 23. Ethan Anderton, his first foul, team foul number 3.
Minute 15 left to go here in the first quarter. Hobson and Bickford are going to check in now for Logan Ward and Nate Carter. Give them a little bit of a breather. Pass back out to the top. Hayes. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Noah Romine. Good job getting your fingers on it.
Good quick hands by Noah. Jumping in the passing line.
22 seconds now left on the shot clock here. They use about 1 second before a 3 is fired. This one's off the rim, no good. Beckett Scott brought it down left-hand side. Gavin off the back of the rim, no good. Hayes comes up with it. That's been the moral of this first quarter is Hayes and Hot Springs three-pointers. Driving to the lane, lays it in for 2 points. Sheridan looking for the last shot, wanting to get an end to this first quarter that has been Hot Springs Trojans pretty much the whole way, Mike.
Yeah, they're a hot start, kind of like what we did in the girls' game, coming out hot and putting the ball in the basket and making good moves. Great move by Beckett. Finding Lane Bickford under the basket for a basket. Great look.
Yeah, absolutely great look. Do not foul right here. Hayes floater from the three-point line off the back of the rim, no good. Good finish of the quarter there. Getting 2 more points before you go to start the second. You just gotta, Mike, you gotta keep your head up right now. You can expect they're not gonna shoot as good as what they did that first quarter. Probably, hopefully the rest of the game. But you gotta come out with your head up and now you gotta claw yourself back in this thing.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you keep fighting, get a stop, go down, make a basket. Get a stop, go down, make a basket. We're not had a lot of turnovers. We're getting good shots off. They're just not dropping, and their shots are falling. So we're not playing bad. You got to expect you're going to lose, especially when you go as guard heavy on that lineup, as Coach Scott did there in a minute. You're giving up the rebounding a little bit. So when we shoot, you're not expecting a lot of offensive rebounds, so you can get back and put those guards out there and maybe move the ball a little faster and be a little more pesky on defense.
Well, and against Hot Springs last time, the rebound numbers was 32 rebounds for Hot Springs, 26 for Sheridan. And Sheridan is a much smaller team whenever you look at height compared to Hot Springs, so that's gonna happen. It's whenever you have the basketball, you gotta do stuff with it. The assist for both teams last time was 12 for both teams. So that's an incredible stat line for a game, just to show you that Sheridan's doing just as much with the ball as they are.
Well, Hot Springs is so long and athletic. So not only are they getting the rebounds, but they're making you adjust your shots because they can get off the floor quick. They've got long wingspans. They're lengthy. So it changes your shot too. So that's all in your thought process. Look at how much we're lobbing these passes over the top. We're having a jump pass and that's just a testament to their length and athleticism.
Logan Ward looking for three off the left-hand side. Gavin Hobson, offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Romine. Good shot fake. Driving, draws contact, no foul. Lane Bickford tried for the putback, couldn't quite get it. 3 opportunities there. You got to capitalize on one. Trojans come back down with it. Have some room in the lane. Lane Bickford knocks it away. Now in the hands of Romine. Bringing it across half court. Out to Hobson, looking for 3. Off the rim, no good. Lane Bickford still fighting for it. Ball's going to be off Hot Springs. Sheridan basketball on the baseline. That's exactly why you cannot give it up.
Great work by Lane, getting after it, staying after it, being strong down there amongst those other guys, those other big guys, and really, really outworking them.
From the baseline, they get it to Nate Carter. Nate Carter in the paint, spin move, off the front of the rim, no good. Those paint looks are ones you really got to have. They're going to call a foul on Noah Romine. Oh, they call it on Ward. Whoa. I do not understand that at all. Okay, it's on 12. Okay, that one I'll give you. That one I'll give you. He did kind of come up from behind. He did get a little bit of the arm. I'll give it that Noah did foul on that one.
Maybe. I mean, it was. I thought he kind of got by him before he could make any contact with him, but
free throws are no good.
Oh no.
This is not quite the look that Coach Scott wanted for his team right there. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. 11-point game here.
So there at the end of that sequence, Coach Scott was letting his team know we have missed 6 layups. So there's 12 points, 6 layups, 6 easy baskets. And then right there, Hot Springs shooting a free throw. They've got nobody in the lane, and he misses his free throw, and the shooter gets the rebound amongst our 4 guys.
That one is going to be Sheridan basketball. Number 0, Jamerson, knocks it out of bounds. Jace Gatlin now in the game. That was the freshman point guard we were talking about earlier. He's in the game more as a small forward right now, but as they give him the ball.
Try to get Noah off the ball a little bit, create a little bit of space somewhere, and get him into space and open.
Nate Carter, spin move, drops down, draws the end one.
And so there's the bat. So during the timeout, Coach was the last thing he said to the guys out of the huddle, and he said it emphatically 2 or 3 times, battle. He wants them to battle. And there's Nate going right to the lane, taking it right to the basket and getting the and one, and see if he can finish it off here.
Yeah, I mean, this team's not weak. Just to point out, Ethan Anderton's playing right now with a broken nose.
That's right.
I mean, like, this is not a weak team by any means. And you can't be. With the size difference in our conference and Sheridan being the shorter team, probably one of the shortest in the conference, you have got to play tough or else you're just not going to be able to compete.
And talking about Ethan with that broken nose, he's out there battling against the top. He might be the second best player in the conference. Some people tell you he's the first best player in the conference. So.
Anderton tries to get it over to Bickford. Noah Romine from the free throw line couldn't connect, but takes a punch to the face as he falls to the ground. Going to have 2 free throw opportunities here. Logan Ward and Gavin Hobson are down to check in. First free throw's up and good. This is exactly what Sheridan kind of needed to see here. Yes, the Trojans came down here and made a layup. That's going to happen, but you know, a good team, when the other team scores, you don't think about it like that. You just go down and get more points.
That's right.
And that's exactly what you see from the effort down here on the offensive end. Now with those 2 points, you got to come back and just work hard on defense again. Good teams are going to score. Don't let that affect what you're going to do. Just go down and score more.
Well, at some point, we're going to have to get some stops. So at some point, we're going to have to call some turnovers somewhere, get a body on the defensive boards, and not let them get those 3rd and 4th opportunities.
It's the rebounds that you got to start capitalizing on, and that hurts whenever they get that second opportunity there, and a third, and now a 4th. And it was pretty wide open there for the 4th opportunity.
Well, they got a seal on Nate, and he wasn't able to get around and try to get out there and help.
Nate from the elbow, spin move down low, lays it in. Coach Hayes does not like the fact that he's had 2 spin moves in the post now, laying it up against these tall guys.
Well, he's really upset that they're letting him catch it right there on the high post and just have his way. When Nate gets it on the high post right there, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, which Lane Bickford is usually pretty unstoppable from the block. And this game has not been a true testament to that. But, you know, it's going to be important that Lane starts those finishing, because now what's going to happen is Nate's going to grab the ball, but he's not going to have anywhere to go to except for a dish to Lane Bickford. So those are coming.
Yeah, you hope that as they close now, Nate's going to, right now he's got Logan Ward to kick to, or he can drop it off to Gavin Hobson on the opposite block or something, somewhere in that, finding the open guy when they start to collapse on him defensively now, because they're going to, next time he catches that, if they let him catch it at the high post now, you can bet that there's going to be some guys collapse on him, because Coach Hayes just really kind of got onto him about that.
Hayes bringing it down. Anderton picking him up at half court. Hayes, long legs, goes right around him, got a blocking foul on Nate Carter.
I do think that Nate maybe was leaning a little bit as he got to him. He didn't wait for him to initiate the contact.
That's what I thought too.
And that's a big ask.
Yeah.
Hayes is a big kid. He's motoring right down. He was rolling full speed down through there. So
first shot is up and good for Hayes. Second free throw opportunity coming here. Second one's up and good. You got to like that that free throw rhythm he's got. It looks pretty sweet.
Most great free throw shooters have a routine that they don't sway from. It gets them in their little zone on the free throw line.
Logan Ward, long pass to Gavin Hobson, down to Anderton. Anderton from the block, gonna call a foul. on Hayes.
Team foul number 3.
Beckett's coming in for Anderton here. Beckett Scott into Nate Carter. Nate Carter, one step in, can't hang on to it. Gonna be Trojan basketball now. Hayes coming across the half court. Switching sides of the court, gets back. Wide open 3 opportunity off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Lots of ball movement here by the Trojans. Hayes now with the ball near midcourt. Going right-hand side, pulling up from 3. Good contest from Logan Ward. Gavin Hobson comes up with it. Hobson over to Romine. Romine left-hand side. Trojans.
3:45 left to go in the second quarter.
Trojans in a zone defense here. Beckett driving towards the lane, kicking out Logan Ward, looking for 3, off the back of the rim, doesn't fall. Hardwell with the ball now, gets it over to Hayes. They're trying to get an offensive set going. Sheridan playing a man defense.
Now Noah's going to take his turn on Hayes.
Over to Hardwell. Hardwell driving into the block. Layup no good. Hardwell gets his own rebound. And now it's back top of the key to Hayes. Hayes now going left-hand side. From the elbow, pass to Hardwell. Shot's no good. This time Hayes is going to be fouled right there at the block. 3 team fouls now for Sheridan. It's going to put Hayes on the free throw line again. I don't think he's missed any. And he continues his streak there.
We have to have 14 fouls. We've got 14 fouls for us on the board.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know how it's
I've got us for 4 as well, not the same numbers as them.
No. One of those fouls on the board that you're looking at could have came from the first quarter.
You're right. That's right.
Hayes, another free throw up and good. Hot Springs now leading by 12. Romine bringing it down for the Jackets. Going to get it over to Ward. Carter back to Romine. Back to Ward. Ward looking for 3 off the rim. Nate Carter again can't hang on. Going to be Trojan basketball. Saying it's out on Nate Carter. Hayes now top of the key, gets it over to Hardwell. Hardwell going right, changing sides of the court. No, Romine trying to show a little bit of pressure. Got a charge by Nate Carter coming in. That was Hicks that tried to pass the ball, forgot where he was going, and Nate Carter was standing right there ready to take the charge.
And that time, Nate stood in there and took it. You know, he let him initiate the contact first. So
then you fall. It's a good job by Nate Carter overall.
There's a reason why he leads our team and probably the conference in charges taken.
Probably. I would agree with that. Nate Carter does a good job coming back up with that one. Tried to get it to Beckett Scott. Couldn't quite get it there. Noah Romine with the steal.
By Noah.
Good job coming back with it. Noah takes a big bump.
Yeah, definitely.
Big bump. I don't know how they're even arguing with that. That one was obvious.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, he's arguing with it because it's his son.
Yeah.
That kid's supposed to get those calls in this gym, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think they forgot that. But no, you can't argue with that foul. I mean, it's just right there.
A foul.
You know, and the ref's probably telling him, hey, coach, it's because it's your son. Calm down.
He probably not saying
No,
that.
I
but-
know, I know. Imagine if he did that. Woo!
Right.
Wouldn't that be something? Second shot's up and good. No, Romine finishing out those free throws. Now Hayes is going to bring it back down here for the Trojans.
Minute 25 to go in the half.
Shot fake there by Hardwell. Trojans came out shooting really strong here in the first quarter. I've noticed they haven't shot as many. There's the one from Hardwell off the back of the rim. Beckett stops at the elbow, kind of lost his footing there. Ball goes out of bounds, going to be Trojan basketball. .58 seconds left in the half here. 10-point game. Good defense there by the Jackets. Now Beckett Scott comes up with it. Good job dribbling out of the pressure. Find Romine. Good. Now you got two defenders behind you.
That should have been a foul.
No foul call there. Romine hustles back into it, gives it to Hayes. Hayes with a nice layup underneath.
YellowJackets will be looking for the last shot here. Noah walks it up the court.
Get it to Beckett. Over to Romine. Back to Scott. Romine, 10 seconds now on the clock. 8 seconds. Logan Ward dribbles, gets it over to Beckett. Beckett firing from three, can't connect off the front of the rim, no good. Clock's gonna expire, gonna bring us into halftime, 12-point deficit. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
Better is better in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast. I'm Mason Fisher, joined here tonight by Mike Nevins. Mike, we had a rough first half.
Yeah, we're down 12 at the half. Not a whole lot of stats. We're on offense when we shoot. The strategy is that we get back and try to play defense. On the defensive boards, we're just getting beat. Those long rebounds, they're long and athletic, and getting those rebounds. So, a couple bright spots though in the first half. Nate Carter turned it up a little bit there in the second quarter. He's got 7 points. Noah's got 8. He was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. So Nate and Noah are attacking the basket and getting some fouls. Nate was 1 for 1 from the line. So we have yet to hit a 3-point basket.
Woo!
We have yet to make a 3.
Woo!
So
Time to start.
I take that back. I lied. Gavin Hobson hit one from
That's
deep
right,
in the
deep.
first quarter.
Yep,
Never
that's right,
mind.
that's right,
So we've
that's
made
right.
we've made 1 3-point basket. So
Man,
as
that
far
is
as that
not
goes,
the normal.
then you got Gavin and Beckett both have 2 rebounds. Lane's got 2 rebounds. The story of the first half.
Yeah, but the other team has 50 rebounds.
Yeah, right. And the story of the first half is we've probably missed 7 or 8, 9, maybe even bunnies. Just layups that you have to make in shots you can't miss in games like this if you're going to compete with Hot Springs.
Yeah, absolutely. Last game against Hot Springs, Hot Springs shot higher percentage than what Sheridan did. I mean, 5% higher on 2s and 8% higher on 3s. So, you've got to come out here in this game and you have to shoot better. It's hard. It's hard to do that whenever Hot Springs comes out and they're 5 of 6 in their first 6 threes, and it's kind of crazy that was how they started the game. But the second quarter they weren't on fire like that in 3-ball. No, their points were coming from down low and second chance buckets. They weren't even coming off of the first
Don't
chance.
even stop at second, third, and fourth chances.
Right. Ball's going to be in the hands of the Trojans to start this third quarter.
You'll see a lot in this first 2 or 3 minutes how the Jackets come out and respond and what they can pull off here in the third quarter.
Lots of fast moving for the Trojans to get this started. They're going to get it back out to Hayes.
20 on the
Hayes
shot clock.
to Kristen, now Hardwell. Hardwell looking for 3, no good. Bickford with the rebound. Now in the hands of Romine. Logan Ward. Long pass to Hobson. Down to Nate Carter. Nate Carter driving. Got it. 2 points for the Jackets. First points of the half go to Sheridan.
So there's what you got to have. You got to stop on the defensive end, went down and made a basket. Got a bucket on the offensive end.
And that's how you claw your way back in games like this. Hardwell. Good defense being brought by Sheridan. 2-3 zone defense here. Usually forces a team to shoot more threes. And just like that, this time it's connection for Hicks. It's even more important whenever they score to go down and score. Because now you got to try and keep them from having a momentum swing. As they proved in the first quarter, can be pretty gruesome.
That's right.
Romine out to Ward, into Bickford is where they were trying to go with it. Going to be a turnover. Now Hot Springs is going to bring it down. Hardwell in the post, going to be blocked. Second chance opportunity is good, and that was Kristen. Romine over to Ward. Ward back to Romine. Staying on the right-hand side, now to Hobson. Into the high post. Now Noah Romine looking for 3, in and out, no good. Now Hayes. Romine tried to get the steal there. Across the lane, looking for 3. Off the rim, Bickford with the rebound. Cross, ball's in the hands of Hayes. Quick turnover after the long pass across the lane. Bickford with a foul and Hicks with 2 more points. Free throw opportunity coming to try and make it a 3-point game, or 3-point play there, and it is. And get it back over to Logan Ward, now down to Nate Carter. Back up to Romine. Over to Hobson into the high post. Nate Carter, 10-foot jump shot's good. Nate Carter is actually having a pretty good game.
Yeah, he's still battling. He's catching the ball in the high post, and he's still attacking.
Hardwell got it down to Hicks. Hicks able to drive in and get 2 more. Good finish up top for Hicks. Yellow Jackets have got to start getting something done right now. Hobson down to Romine. Romine, screen there by Nate Carter. Hobson over to Ward, just barely out of reach. Thrown out of bounds.
Logan was going one way, and Gavin was looking the other.
Hayes inbounding this time, getting it into Kristen. And the Trojans on offense. Hardwell into Hayes. Hayes from 15 feet decides to pull it back.
He had 4 yellow jerseys around him.
Yeah. You realize that that's who scored most of the points. You kind of have to close around them. Hayes now looking for 3 from deep. Way back there, and finds a good connection. Now Romine, top of the key, gets it over to Hobson. Hobson shot fake. Spinning, taking it over across. Now Romine looking for 3, and he connects. Now we've got an 18-point game here, Mike, and one we've got to fix.
Yeah, and they've stretched it out. You know, they came out and they've hit some shots. That was a deep, almost fadeaway 3 by Hayes down there. Great answer by Noah, but we've got to get some more stops. We have to get some stops. At this point, you know, if they keep hitting 3s and we hit 2s, we can't catch them.
That's right. Yep, we have to stop. I mean, we're sitting back in a 2-3 defense right now because most of their points were coming low. I mean, that was the first 3 they've made since early in the second quarter, but they've still made 6 threes. So that, you know, that's a lot only in the third quarter. So 3 minutes, 51 seconds left in the third here. And, you know, we've got to get on a streak with momentum here. Romine just hit that 3. Now you've got to go down and you have to get stops on the defensive end.
Well, you kind of pack it inside, you know, inside the 3-point line against Hot Springs. They're not generally known as a great shooting team. They're known as an athletic, attack the basket. You got to try to keep Hayes away from the lane. Hayes gets to the lane. Not only can he pull up and shoot the jumper, but he's got great court vision and sees the open teammates, and it's hard to defend that if you let him penetrate that deep.
The way this third quarter is going, you almost got to keep Hicks out of the lane. He's been going in, drawing contact, finishing up top, becoming a real threat in the paint. He's one of their shorter guys. Hayes now straight to the lane. We've got a foul on the floor here. Ethan Anderton. It's his second foul of the game there for Ethan. Now from the sideline, Kristen. Almost stepped across a little too early there. Kristen, top of the key. Ethan Anderton doing a really good job trying to keep the ball out of Hayes' hands.
Just trying to be physical with him, pester him, you know, just trying to frustrate him. But he's a tough one to frustrate. He's seen it all.
Spin move, fade away, no good for Hayes. Carter's going to come up with it now. Romine's got it. Now you've got to go down and score. Becca Scott, back over to Romine. Back to Scott. Scott to Anderton. A lot of this back and forth motion. A lot of pressure there. Romine driving. Up and under, no good. Hayes is going to come up with a rebound, take it down for the Trojans. Stop at the top of the key, hesitation, swinging across the lane. No Yellow Jackets got on the floor there. for that basketball. That's not common, but it does cause a foul to come. Jackets with 3 fouls now. It's coming with the aggressiveness that they're trying to play on defense.
They're trying to add a little pressure. Like I said, when you got to try to get in and body up on Hayes, and you're trying to, you're just trying to do everything you can right now to turn this game around. 2:40 to go in the third quarter.
Playing more pressure to Romine now. Nate Carter with a good screen and roll. Romine couldn't quite get the ball to him. Pass over to Logan Ward. Ward down to Anderton. Nate Carter with a good cut across the lane. Good communication. Carter telling people when to run through. Romine off the back of the rim. Logan Ward, offensive rebound, able to put it in for 2.
I believe that was our first offensive rebound of the game.
I believe it. Honestly, I do. A tough team to get rebounds against, and
no doubt.
We needed it, and I'm glad he capitalized and he got 2 points. Nate Carter jumps up from the ground, ends up with a block, draws a foul on Hayes. Going to be his 3rd foul of the game.
So Nate there tried to take a charge, gets knocked down, gets back up, recovers, and goes up and gets that block. That's a great hustle play by Nate.
Yeah, and instead of just smacking it straight backwards and knocking it out of bounds, he knocks it down at the ground to try and give his team a chance to get the ball.
That's right.
No Romine fading. Nate Carter offensive rebound and a foul call now on, I believe it's going to be on Hardwell. Oh, it's on Hicks. Nate Carter now at the free throw line, has 2 shots here. Shot is up and good. 16-point game now. Minute 17 left in the third quarter. Ward and Anderton in to rebound. Nate Carter hits both free throws. And now applying some pressure on the defensive end. Ethan Anderton gets his hand on it. Hayes, quick foul there from Nate Carter. That allows your defense to get a little bit of time to come down and set up. Going to get it into the hands of Hayes quickly. 15-point game here. Minute 6 left to play in the third. No Romine fighting through. Get the ball back in the hands of Hayes. Little 10-foot jump shot's good. And the Trojans break 50 points. 52 seconds now in the third. Get it to Nate Carter. Nate Carter driving, 2 steps across the lane. Can't connect. Got a foul in the lane there. Gonna call it on Ethan Anderton. The 5th team foul, so 32.3 seconds left, and Yellow Jackets draw their 5th foul. Kristen's at the line now for 2. First one's up and good.
Gavin Hobson back in for Ethan Anderton.
Second shot is up and good for Kristen. Yellow Jackets really needing a very big comeback here. Beckett Scott over to Carter. Now Romine. Fake the dribble handoff. 12-foot jump shot's good for Noah Romine.
Still battling.
Yeah, you know, you just don't give up. Don't give up at any point. Hardwell looking for three, finds it. As the buzzer goes off, they add 3 more points to the board, making this a 20-point game going into the fourth quarter. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Rowe. I've been providing care in Sheridan for 15 years. I grew up here. My kids go to school here, and this is where we call home. My passion is to see people live healthier, fulfilled lives. Weight Loss AR and Wellness provides a range of wellness services, including medical weight loss, aesthetics, lasers, hair loss treatments, men's testosterone, and IV fluids. Come see us right behind the courthouse.
Better is better in the real world and online. At Kinetic, we're all about helping people internet better. With high-speed fiber internet, premier whole home Wi-Fi setup, plans that fit your life, and down-to-earth people who make it all work seamlessly. Because when we help you internet better, we help you unlock your best. Kinetic, internet better.
Welcome back here to the Sheridan Yellow Jacket broadcast to the start of the fourth quarter. 55-35 is our score here. Get these fouls reset on here. Gavin Hobson going to inbound Yellow Jacket basketball as we get this fourth quarter started. Noah Romine going to start things off here for the Jackets. Needing a phenomenal fourth quarter. Hobson into Nate Carter in the high post. Working. He got his own rebound, went for the putback, draws a foul. Good job by Nate Carter. Drawing a foul early in the fourth. And now has 2 opportunities here.
Making a second trip to the line this half.
First shot is up and good. Good shot by Nate Carter. Hayes going to take a break here. They sub in Jamerson. I think this is his second time in the game here. Second shot's up and good.
So here's what you want to see right now with Hayes going to the bench. You want to see Sheridan make a little bit of a run. You want to see him buckle down, go get some offensive rebound or some defensive rebounds, stop. You know, Hot Springs' main threat is out of the game right now, so you can kind of tighten up on everybody else at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Sheridan, they're doing a good job spreading the points around a little bit. You know, got a lot of points in the post. Noah Romine hit a 3. Gavin Hobson's hit a 3. Sheridan has multiple players that are a threat. And now that their biggest threat, I would say Hayes and Hicks are their main 2 threats. Hardwell's hit a couple, but with their main shooter and main playmaker being out of the game, you have to capitalize. You have to capitalize right now. You got to start that comeback. And when he gets back in, hopefully he's a little bit rattled.
Well, you got to remember, Hicks and the other kids, they were only getting those wide open looks because of Hayes.
Yeah, right. Really.
Take him off the floor, and now you don't have to pay the respect to that one guy like you have to when Hayes is on the court, and things aren't near as open.
They're waiting for
going to a 1-3-1 defense here.
Coach Scott's like, where's the defensive effort? I want hands out the entire time. And they're going to just waste as much time every possession they can. That's why we have the shot clock. 3 was made by Hardwell. And that's exactly what you can't let happen.
Well, that's a shot you can't give up in a 1-3-1.
Well, they're allowing their time to rest is what they're doing by waiting, 12 seconds before they start doing anything. Nate Carter draws the and one as it falls, sits on the rim for about 2 seconds before it goes in. That's probably another reason they pull Hayes. He has 3 fouls. In the fourth, it's not as big of a deal, but you don't want to see him foul out. And Nate Carter hits that free throw. 18-point game here. Kristen bringing it. They're going to stop more than likely right there at half court. They do. Gavin Hobson going to bring out a little bit of pressure, make them move the ball a little bit. Create some separation. The 5-second countdown is going to start again. They're just going to do the same motion until it gets down to where they want it before they try and go
put that
out.
one on his hip. If the ref would have been paying real close attention, I think you could have got him for a carry there.
Kristen, 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Kristen loses the ball a little bit, able to gain control. 1 second, they let go of it, air ball. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Yellow Jacket basketball. Just over 6 minutes left in this game. Dawson Griffith over to, now the ball's in the hand of Hobson. Now Romine. Romine looking for three, connects. Desperate need of a three, and we find it. No Romine from 3 feet behind the line.
Hayes comes back to the table.
Yep. Took one three, a stop and a three, and he's right back there. They were slowing it down. They were trying to give him some breather. Didn't want Sheridan to get a stop. Because you notice now they're playing offense. Foul call there in the lane. They're going to call it on Dawson Griffith. That one was very iffy. Kristen, shot is up and no good. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Kristen, second shot is up and off the front of the rim, gets his own rebound.
Again.
Nate Carter gets a block. Nate Carter kind of made up for it, but it's still Trojan basketball here from the baseline. And Hayes is back in the game here. They're going to throw a lob into him immediately. Dawson playing up tight. Hayes goes right around him, going to draw a foul. Stops the clock again at 5 minutes, 18 seconds.
Another foul on Dawson Griffin. And I figured as soon as they cleared that Hayes was going to try to take him to the basket. I don't know, Dawson being a sophomore, Hayes is very seasoned, very strong. That's a little bit of a mismatch, even though height-wise it's a matchup, but Jay-Sean Hayes is the real deal. He can play.
And he makes another free throw there. I still don't think he's missed a free throw tonight. There it is again. 17-point game now. Jace Gatlin back over to Romine. Romine to Gatlin. Over to Ward. Ward back up to Romine. Into the high post, Nate Carter, Dawson Griffin. Now Jace Gatlin, floater from 15 feet's good. The freshman Jace Gatlin getting some points in this game. Lead now down to 15. Hot Springs going back to letting the clock run a little bit. Before they start anything going up, they let it go down about halfway. They give the ball to Hardwell, and they're going to call a foul on Nate Carter using his body a little bit.
That's his fourth, with 4:27 to go in the game.
And not a player that you want to have a fourth foul right now because he's been doing pretty good this game. He's got 18 points. Dawson jumps up, grabs that rebound. They're going to get it over to Jace Gatlin. Now back to Romine. Point guard to point guard passing. This time they sniff it out. Kristen misses his, but Hayes gets the rebound put back. They're looking in the high post for Nate Carter, and Kristen sniffed that out well last time. From the logo, Logan Ward gets the offensive rebound. His foot was it? Okay.
Yeah, he stepped out. If he didn't with the first step, he was going to with the second step. But great hustle.
Hayes now with the ball, bringing it down for the Trojans. Again, gonna wait. Kristen now. Noah Roman playing up a little bit tighter, making him move the ball a little bit more. Trying to hope that they slip somewhere. Gonna get it back in the hands of Kristen. Now Hardwell. Hardwell across the lane to Kristen. Nate Carter
Another
blocks
block.
it. Knocks it out of bounds. Nate Carter having a phenomenal game.
So talk about a bright spot. Been a very, very bright spot in this game for the Yellow Jackets.
Lob to, I think that was number 10. Hardwell looking for three, and he finds it from the corner. Now Romine over to Gatlin. Logan Ward looking for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Hayes now, top of the key, gets it over, and Hot Springs hits another three. That's their 8th three of the game. Now a 23-point game. Lambert picks up a foul there in the high post on Nate Carter. Team foul number 3 of the quarter. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in this game.
Dawson Griffin and Jace Gatlin out. Beckett Scott and Ethan Anderton back in the game.
Romine. Got Nate Carter on the block. Lays it in for two. They had Logan Ward covered up real tight, which left Nate Carter open on that backside block.
Yeah, Nate come across and set that screen for Logan, and then when they doubled up on Logan, he just slipped out.
Now Kristen moving across the lane. Lambert looking for three. Air ball.
Rebound by Beckett
Short.
Scott.
Hicks came in. Hayes misses a layup. Hayes misses 2 layups, and on the third one, he's fouled. Foul's going to be on Logan Ward. Trojans have some subs ready to come in for the last minute 49 of this game. Hayes at the free throw line. First one's
Almost
good.
automatic. Almost automatic from the line.
Yeah, I mean, you almost know it's going in. Second one's up and good. Trojans go up to 70 now.
Dawson Griffin comes back in for Logan Ward. That'll probably just about do it for Logan.
Minute 45 left in this game. Noah Romine now. Ethan Anderton. Nate Carter. Dawson Griffin was on the floor. Nate Carter, I don't think quite realized that whenever he let go of that ball. Got a charge taken by, of course, Nate Carter.
Nate Carter.
With a minute 25 left in this game, he has not given up. You'll notice the Jackets are going to bring it down quicker now. Romine. Pass to Dawson Griffin, coming down the post for 2 more.
Great pass.
Long pass. Top of the key now. Get it down to the post. Nobody there to guard him. They lay it in for 2. No Romine left-hand side going to be tripped. Going to draw the foul that time on number 24, Thomas. Going to put Noah Romine on the line, shooting 2, as that's their 5th team foul of the quarter. 45 seconds left in this game.
So a tale of 2 halves. Noah Romine was 6 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. In the second half, this is his first trip to the line.
Wow. First one's up and good from Romine. Sheridan breaks 50. Dawson Griffin gonna take a seat. Jace Gatlin in. Romine staying, good defense. Nate Carter gets a tip. Couldn't quite come away with it, but got a good hand on it. Hot Springs looking for 3. Unbelievable connection there. Unbelievable. I mean, they have just shot so well tonight. That was their 9th 3 of the game. Just unbelievable how well they're shooting here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, and it's been all night. It's been a display for sure.
There's 16 seconds left on the clock, and the Trojans are going to try for some more. Ball almost got stuck. Nate Carter now breaking free with it. Jace Gatlin down to Ethan Anderton on the post. Nate Carter lays it in for 2. That's going to bring us to the end of this ball game. 75-52. Hot Springs is going to come out victorious. Going to move them 7-1 in conference. They're right behind Benton. Benton doing a phenomenal job in the conference. Sheridan going to fall now to 3-6 in conference. Whitehall was picked to, not Whitehall. Hot Springs was picked to win this game. A couple games on the other side of the conference that really are going to end up as blowouts. So it's kind of, the tale of the night here. A rough night for Sheridan, Mike.
Rough night for Sheridan. Not a lot of stats to talk about. The bright spot again was Nate Carter. Nate had 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 fouls to go with that, but that just means he was working his tail off down there on the post, and most of his fouls were down there on the post, trying to defend against Hayes and some of that going down there. And then Noah Romine also added 18 points, 3 assists. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Nate was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. So, we only missed 1 free throw all night, but just have to be more aggressive to get more shots to fall and get some stops.
Yeah, you got to come out. You got to get a win this Friday night over Pine Bluff. At this point, you're at a point where you have to win every conference game.
And then we need help too on top of that.
The other teams got to lose the right conference games.
We need help. We need help on top of that. That's right.
And so, it's at this point, it's going to take a lot more than just us putting in work. So, we got to move forward, progress in this season, and move forward from this game. So, we'll be in the Yellow Jacket Arena Friday night against Pine Bluff. Hopefully, get some more momentum going our way after that game. Mike, you got anything?
I'm good.
All right. I'm Mason Fisher, joined tonight by Mike Nevins. Shout out to Macy Krause, who did our camera work for tonight. Good job to her. And we will see you guys next time.